Welcome back to the Chanel. Today we're diving deep into one of the most talked about retro modern motorcycles of the upcoming year, the 2026 Harley-Davidson Knucklehead, a machine that blends legendary American heritage with cutting-edge engineering in a way that almost feels like time travel on two wheels. Harley-Davidson's decision to revive the Knucklehead name has already set the motorcycle world on fire, and now that the full production version has been revealed, riders around the globe are asking a very simple question. Is this bike just a tribute to the past, or is it truly the next evolution of Harley's modern cruisers? At first glance, the exterior immediately answers that question with a bold, unmistakable presence. The 2026 Knucklehead looks like it stepped straight out of the 1940s but somehow learned everything about aerodynamics, precision craftsmanship, and premium materials along the way. You get a beautifully sculpted steel fuel tank with exposed rivet-style detailing, a wide retro-style handlebar with modern switchgear seamlessly integrated into it, and a low-slung chassis that maintains that unmistakable Knucklehead silhouette. The engine cases, cooling fins, and rocker boxes have been crafted with an old-school knuckle-style design that pays tribute to the 1936 to 1947 originals. But everything is refined with CNC precision, smooth metallic transitions, and modern durability coatings. Even the fenders have that period-correct roundness, but they are built from lightweight composite materials that reduce weight without compromising the old-school charm. Harley didn't stop there. The 2026 Knucklehead comes with wire-spoke wheels wrapped in fat vintage-style tires, giving the ride that thick, grounded visual stance that older Harley fans will immediately recognize, while LED lighting is cleverly hidden inside housing that looks like old halogen bulbs to maintain authenticity without sacrificing performance. Everything about the exterior design screams craftsmanship and nostalgia, yet every surface also whispers advanced engineering, showing how Harley has somehow managed to honor the past without ever feeling stuck in it. When it comes to performance, the 2026 Knucklehead is far from a museum piece. Harley-Davidson equipped this bike with an all-new 1,470cc air and oil-cooled V-twin inspired by the original Knucklehead architecture but built with modern metallurgy, variable valve timing, and a high-efficiency oiling system. The result is an engine that produces a surprisingly strong combination of low-end torque and smooth top-end pull, giving the bike an effortless kind of acceleration that feels powerful but never overwhelming. Harley claims 96 horsepower and 120 pound-feet of torque, but what makes the Knucklehead special isn't the numbers, it's the character. The new V-twin has a slow, rhythmic, mechanical heartbeat that sounds like the classic Knucklehead, with a deep, throaty idle and a slightly uneven cadence that old-school riders will immediately fall in love with. Yet, unlike the original engines, this one doesn't leak, doesn't run hot at stoplights, and doesn't need constant wrenching. The throttle response is smooth and predictable, and the 6-speed transmission is tuned for long, laid-back highway cruising with enough gearing flexibility to handle city riding with ease. Harley also included a modern slipper clutch for smoother downshifts and reduced fatigue during long-distance rides. The suspension setup is a perfect blend of nostalgia and innovation, with a traditional telescopic fork up front, featuring hidden modern damping technology, and a rear monoshock cleverly disguised under the frame to keep the classic rigid tail look without sacrificing comfort. On the road, the 2026 Knucklehead feels surprisingly refined, soaking up bumps with confidence and providing a stable, planted ride without ever losing that raw, mechanical connection that makes Harley cruisers so addictive. The braking system features dual front discs with ABS, braided steel lines, and advanced brake modulation for better control, giving riders a level of safety and stopping power that old Knucklehead fans could only dream of. Whether you're cruising down Route 66, riding through the countryside, or simply rolling through the city to enjoy the attention this bike commands, the performance feels unmistakably Harley, but with a modern twist that makes it far more versatile and reliable than its vintage inspiration. What truly sets the 2026 Harley-Davidson Knucklehead apart, however, are its unique selling points. Because this isn't just another retro cruiser, this is a full-blown heritage revival project executed with precision. The biggest USP is the authentic knuckle-style engine head design, something Harley fans have been begging for decades to see in a modern bike. This isn't a cosmetic bolt-on, it's a fully engineered power plant that visually and mechanically celebrates one of the most legendary engines in American motorcycle history. The second major selling point is the craftsmanship. Every piece of the Knucklehead feels hand-finished, with brushed metal accents, deep chrome layers, premium leather on the seat, and customizable heritage paint options that replicate classic 1930s and 1940s colorways. The bike also includes modern rider assist technologies like traction control, cornering abs, CR, control, ride-by-wire throttle, and selectable ride modes, touring, city, rain, and raw mode, the last of which reduces electronic intervention to give riders a more old-school mechanical riding feel. Harley also made sure the Knucklehead sits comfortably in their lineup with a heritage accessory catalog including leather saddlebags, fishtail exhaust options, vintage-style windscreens, and custom seat designs. Every rider can build their own version of a modern classic using factory parts without compromising warranty or reliability. Another key selling point is the sheer exclusivity of the bike. Harley-Davidson has announced that the Knucklehead will be produced in limited quantities, and certain paint schemes will only be available for the first production year. For collectors and enthusiasts, that's huge, and it's another reason why this bike has been generating enormous buzz worldwide. The fact that Harley has revived one of its most historically important models in such an authentic yet forward-thinking way makes the Knucklehead not just a motorcycle but a modern icon in the making. Now let's talk about price, because Harley-Davidson has positioned the 2026 Knucklehead as a premium heritage motorcycle designed for serious riders, collectors, and enthusiasts who value craftsmanship and historical authenticity. Pricing starts at around $23,999 for the base model, with special edition colors, premium accessories, and upgraded comfort packages pushing the price closer to the $27,000 to $29,000 range depending on configuration. While this price point definitely places the Knucklehead at the higher end of Harley's cruiser segment, it's important to understand what you're paying for. This isn't a mass-market bike, it's a labor of love, a piece of American motorcycling history reborn with modern engineering. When you consider the craftsmanship, the limited production, the unique engine design, and the blend of heritage and innovation, the pricing actually feels justified for riders who appreciate what this bike represents. Many experts already predict that the Knucklehead may even become a future collectible, meaning the value could hold or even increase over time for well-maintained models. Finally, in conclusion, the 2026 Harley-Davidson Knucklehead is one of the boldest and most nostalgic moves Harley has made in years, and it delivers on nearly every level. It captures the timeless soul of the original Knucklehead while solving all the problems that made vintage bikes difficult to live with. You get the look, the sound, and the attitude of a true American classic, combined with the performance, safety, and reliability of a modern cruiser. It's a bike that turns heads everywhere it goes, a machine built not just to ride, but to admire, discuss, and preserve. Whether you're a lifelong Harley rider who cherishes the brand's history, or a new enthusiast who simply wants one of the most unique motorcycles of the decade, the 2026 Knucklehead offers something truly special. It's more than a motorcycle. It's a statement, a celebration, and a revival of one of the most legendary designs in the history of American motorcycling. And with its blend of tradition and innovation, it may very well become one of the most memorable bikes Harley-Davidson has ever released.